Okay, so these are the directions for the classwork for this week. This classwork is 2 periods long. Normally, I give uh, 3 40-minute periods, but it's a paired assignment or it's a small group assignment. It's not that anymore. This is solo assignment. All my work is solo work. Um, so I cut the volume down, and we're just doing it over 2 periods. So this is your classwork for 2 full periods. As you know, at the end of a book, I like to do some sort of assignment that summarizes the book, that especially will make the essay easier to write because you're thinking about everything that happened in the book. So these directions are already there for you. I'm kind of just going to summarize what's here. I'm not going to go like read every line. So these are the directions. You're actually doing the work on a Google slide, and I'll show you that at the end. And you're just making your own copy and you're typing right onto it. That's the thing you're handing in, and I'll show you that at the end. So on that Google slide, there's some quotes. There's 4 quotes here. Pick one of them, insert it at the top of that Google slide. It's kind of like the theme for your assignment. So this is basically what you're doing. You're going through Romeo and Juliet and finding. Okay, let me just explain it out of my head. Then I'll go to the directions. You're basically going to pick quotes from Romeo and Juliet that show how close, at that moment of the play, how close Romeo and Juliet were to living happily ever after. And you're going to graph it over the course of the play. It will go up and it will go down, and it will go up and it will go down. You're going to start when they meet, and you're going to end when they die. Of course, it's going to end at 0, because they have a 0% chance of living happily ever after when they're dead. So yeah, you're looking for 13 total quotes. 1 from Act 1, Scene 5. That's where they first meet the Capulet dance. And 3 from each of the other acts. So that's 13 total. You're going to quote and cite those and put them on the graph timeline. Make sure you properly quote and cite them. Put the slash and act scene line. Now, when you put them on the graph or timeline, use a dot to mark exactly where it would go. Put the quote there. And then all the dots, you'll connect them in chronological order, and you'll get a line graph. So here's the rubric. Don't worry about it. It's just everything I basically said, but quantifiable. Yours will look something like this, but you're going to have more than 8 of these quotes, and your bullets will be in different places, but it will look something like this, where here's the chance they have of living happily ever after, 0 to 100. Here's the timeline, Act 1, Scene 5, all the way to Act 5, Scene 3, the end of the play. So they meet here, and they die here. And then you're going to find 13 total quotes. One will be here, and one will be here, and the rest will be in the middle. At that exact moment, what are their chances of living happily ever after? So, for example, like Friar Lawrence marries Romeo and Juliet. It jumps up really high. It doesn't jump up to 100%, because if it was 100%, it would have happened. Okay? Then Tybalt cures Mercutio. It drops, but it doesn't super drop. Well, then Romeo kills Tybalt. Now it super drops. Now, it's not at 0, because there's still a chance. You see what I'm saying? It's only going to be at 0 when they're dead. Now, I said you're doing it on a Google slide. I'm just showing you the PowerPoint version I made, and that's not it, that I uploaded. Yours is going to look very similar to this. It's just a Google slide. All the functions will be the same. Type 2, the quote, you put it right in here. Your name is right here. The timeline is actually the background, so you can't mess it up. And then, I'll zoom in. This is where you would put a quote. It already has a pre-made dot. So what you would do for multiple quotes is you copy it and paste it. And you could put it wherever you need to put it. And put the new quotes here. Remember, you're going to do this 13 times. You're going to have 13 total quotes. And then you're going to use the Google Slides. It's in a different place, but you're going to use this function to, connect it with lines. And yeah, make sure the lines are black. The default for this is set for something else, and you're gonna make sure they're like thicker, they're more visible, but you're gonna make it a line graph. And this is the whole classwork for the week. 13 quotes. Your arrangement of them is your analysis. And just make it look good. Like, in theory, you could do this on a poster. I normally have in class people do this on a poster. So remember, you're working on the Google slide. It's all the functions are the same. They're just in different places because this is PowerPoint. And that's about it. And you'll save that and upload that on Friday. Okay? Have a good day.